All right, family. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be hefty. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members. Let me get that together. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Seti YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You feeling that frequency and energy? You should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description in the chat. Click that link. You'll get an introduction video rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Seti, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. We got your family 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop. Shop and save. That's right, family. Pull the fire alarm. GeneralSeti.com. Seti University, over 1,500 videos of pure heat and fire presented by General Seti himself. All the subjects that you know and love from the general, and even some subjects that you didn't even know I had knowledge on. I got that for you too, family. So get over there. And plus, we got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material from the Grand Master teachers. I give you an overview on that material, giving you 360 degrees of supreme African academic wisdom and knowledge that cannot be compared to by any other website on the planet, family. I want you there immediately. Go become a member. GeneralSeti.com, Seti University. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon, dropping nuclear bombs on Patreon, exclusive live streams. Live streams, baby. Live. That you cannot see nowhere else other than Patreon. I know you want to have access to that. We got over 350, maybe 400 live streams on there that have never been seen on any other platform other than Patreon. Get over there today. Get your hands in that treasure chest. To all the family that donate to the general, I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate to the general, link right down in the video description, right in the chat. Click it, donate. I thank you ahead of time. To all the family out there, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will. Most definitely. Ray gonna ban your ass before I get to you. Ban your ass. All right? Okay. I know we out there today. You didn't, you didn't get nothing for Christmas, and you're mad. Don't come bring your animosity having ass over here. You understand what I'm saying? If Santa didn't show up for you this year, nigga, don't come over here mad at me. I ain't got shit to do with it. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing under the goddamn tree this year, nigga. That's on your ass. You rotten motherfucker. Let me come over here and take it out on Seti. Oh, no, you ain't. Your ass gonna get banned immediately. That's right. Your ass gonna get mad. Oh, Grinch. You know, all these Grinch ass niggas come over here get mad at a nigga. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? All right, family. Let's get right to it. I love, it's just, it's so many ways we could break this shit down. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I just, I love it. How ancient Egypt influenced Christmas. Nah. See, I can come so many ways. You feel me? And I'm gonna do this for you so that you would know. Okay. Now, let me, yeah. They know they ain't getting nothing. Rotten ass niggas. Ain't getting nothing for Christmas. Your ass done fucked up, nigga. All year. Niggas done been, and then they expect they gonna get something. I sure do. I got the original copy. Yes, I do. Military geography. Matter of fact, let me show it to you. That's right. A motherfucking classic right there. It's fading now because it's blue. That's the original one right there. That's the original. Yes, sir. That's a beast. Yep. But anyway, let's deal with this. Now, we talking about Christmas. Now, what people don't understand, you see that, yeah, you know, what people don't understand, number one, because it's always a cult. Yeah, it's always a cult, and it's always, and we're gonna break this down for you niggas. Now I hip y'all to Noel, but we gonna take it deeper. You see, because a lot of people don't even know that the god El. You see, they don't know nothing about El, even though El is, and see, some things is direct, some things are indirect. You see, so a lot of times Egypt influences, many religions or cultures indirectly. They got it from somebody who got it from Egypt, or got it from somebody who got it from somebody who got it from Egypt. But either it was directly or it was indirectly. Now, a lot of people don't know that this God El is the supreme deity of the Canaanite nation. Now, a lot of people don't know who the Canaanites is, but the Canaanites were the people, African people, that I may add, that originally populated the nation of what we know today as Israel. Okay? Israel. It was Canaan before it was Israel. Now, and the chief deity of that nation was El. And so when the so-called Israelites went into Canaan, they adopted everything because the Canaanites were a highly advanced people, being of direct lineage of the Ethiopian and Egyptian nations. So they were highly advanced, far more advanced. Thank you, family. Far more advanced. Let me give family. Thank you, family. Far more advanced than any Hebrew, any Israelite, or anybody else. You see? And so, they adopted, and El became more, when you talk about deities, let me just tell you who the most spoken deity in all the Bible, new and old combined, is El. El, by far, is the most, his name is interwoven into damn near everything. You understand what I'm saying? And, from Israel, we're going to deal with that, Israel, to Emmanuel, you see, which is the true name of the Messiah in the Bible. Okay? The true name of the Messiah in the Bible, Emmanuel. Didn't say nothing about no Jesus. Didn't say nothing about no Jesus. It said even in the prophecy coming up out of the Old Testament, it was Emmanuel. It says his name will be Emmanuel. Okay? And you see El and Emmanuel. See, so even the Messiah is named in reference to this Canaanite deity, whom God told the Israelites to destroy, to blot them out. Leave non-breathing. Leave non-breathing. Don't adopt nothing. Don't allow your sons to marry their daughters. Don't allow your daughters to marry their sons. And the first thing they did was adopt the chief deity of the Canaanites. And it became by far the most spoken name of any god in the Bible, by far. Name interwoven into everything. Okay? Now, understand, now, you see, when we talk about Christmas, You see, one of the terms of Christmas is Noel. Y'all want me to blow that for you? Noel, 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 Noel. Y'all want me to blow that one for y'all? Yeah, Noel, nigga. Noel, 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 Noel. Want me to blow that one for y'all? Yeah. And so when when you ask them what it means, they say that it means what? Merry Christmas. That they mean, I say, well, that ain't, when you break the word down, that ain't what it means. No, it ain't. That's a goddamn lie. That's not what it means. Okay? Now, when you we understand that in the Bible, now just like I taught y'all. Now on, as you see there, on, O-N, in the Bible, okay? This is what we gonna go straight to, because a lot of niggas out here, I see a lot of phony ass niggas out here talking about Christianity didn't come out of Egypt, and the motherfucking book say, out of Egypt, I have called my son. I say, what kind of shit is this nigga talking about? Out of Egypt, I have called my son. Say, when you go and flee into Egypt and say, goddamn it, Christianity then, well, where did he come from? Out of Egypt, I have called my son. Okay? That's Matthew. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, which one? I get it. And then you got the one in the Old Testament. I believe it was Hosea. Okay, it was in that book where in the Old Testament it speaks. You see, out of Egypt. He say, and he was talking about Jacob. You know, how he had, that's his son. That was also his son. Well, he referred to Jacob as his son. Out of Egypt, I have called my son. So both Jacob and, now I don't know, is he Emmanuel or is he Jesus? Because the prophecy never speak of a Jesus. You see? And I don't need to back it up, because it's there. For any motherfucker that read the Bible, they know that. It speak of Emmanuel. It don't speak of no Jesus. And so even when you go into Matthew and it talks about, and it says, as the prophecy said, you know, and his name would be Emmanuel, damn near 3 verses later, and it said, and they called his name Jesus. I said, well, where the fuck did that just like came out of left field, like nowhere, like, well, where the fuck did Jesus come from? It didn't say nowhere, obviously you knew his name was to be called Emmanuel. And if his name, I mean, what is Emmanuel? Is that his nickname? Is that his nickname? Because I don't hear nobody call him Emmanuel. And this was the name that was prophesied that he would be called. Didn't say his name was going to be called Jesus. And I bring that up all the time. So what is Jesus? Is that his nickname? Or is Emmanuel? Is that his nickname? I don't know. What you know what I'm saying? Can anybody got Jesus' birth certificate? Because I want to see what it say on his birth certificate. Is it Emmanuel or is it Jesus? Because we need to know, because obviously we can't be talking about the same person. Now, Emmanuel is, and they say God is with us. Yeah, but they don't tell you that the L is God. See, I'm in a state of confusion. See, L is God. So when you say Emmanuel is with us, you speaking of L. I'm going to get to it now. I'm going to show you what L looked like. Because it said how ancient Egypt influenced, because you already talking to a district of ancient Egypt in Ethiopia, which was Canaan. You see, you can call it Phoenicia, you can call it Canaan, you know, any of that. It was the front door to ancient Egypt, you see, which was very critical to the security of the Nile Valley. If someone is to, another nation would attack Canaan, then reality check, they was on their way to Egypt. So the Egyptians and the Ethiopians, this is, Canaan is almost like Canada or Mexico to the United States. If you was to attack any one of them nations, the United States would move on you without any doubt. You see what I'm saying? They would not allow someone to attack a bordering nation, you see, to their own nation. They wouldn't allow that. You see, they wouldn't allow that. And so that's, and again, they were brother nations. Now, Mexico very well, but geographically, you see, Canada is most definitely one of their brothers. You see, coming from Great Britain, okay? And so that's one instance right there. But in Israel, now let me get back to Noel. Now in the Bible, Noel or No is the city of Thebes, which is Waset. Now I should get, let me see. Let me get some maps. Just so I can give you, a view of where that is. Okay. Okay, this should be good. Let me see. Let me see if this one got it. You do. I'm just gonna have to blow it up a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna need something a little bigger. Let me see if I can get it bigger for y'all. Now, Waset is right here. Okay. Waset is right there. Now, in the Bible, that's No Aman. No Aman. Okay. What they call Thebes. Okay. But in the so-called Medunata, it is called Waset. Okay. Obviously named after the god Set. Okay. And so, yeah, so that's, so that's no, and so that's a city in Egypt that people don't speak about. So and it's not, when you see it in the Bible, it will say No, the city of No in Egypt. Okay, and that is Waset. And then when you flip it on that's Heliopolis, which is another city in Egypt. How ironic is that? That you could flip on and No, and in the Bible, those are two distinct Egyptian cities. So again, that's esoterical. But but it could be backed up. All you had to do was go in there, go into any biblical dictionary, and you can find this out. This is not something that is hid from the world or anything, something that I'm making up. You could go into any biblical and look it up. You can go on the internet and look it up, and you can find this information. So you see right here that Noel, you understand, is speaking of a particular deity. Now in Egypt, El seems to be Osiris. He seems to be Osiris. And I'm gonna go into it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, now, even when they say the first Noel, so you see that it's in they trying to say that Noel means Christmas. Okay, but as many times as you can find El in the Bible, nobody's confused about El being a Canaanite deity. Now, even here, you back it up, and you could go into biblical and dictionaries and encyclopedias, and they will clearly tell you that is El, the Canaanite deity. Okay, now when you look at El, for anybody, let me blow this up. So Let me get this a little bit bigger. When you see El there, okay, obviously when you see the 8th crown. You see the 8th crown, which is a one of the sacred crowns of Egypt. Those are Ethiopian ostrich feathers. If you did not know, that's what they are, Ethiopian ostrich feathers. You will also see those feathers on the headdress of the great god Amen, the Ethiopian ostrich, showing you the animal spirits, the sacred zoo types of ancient Egypt, showing that the deities originated in the south. You see all of the animal zoo types, all of the sacred zoo types of the Nile Valley was from the south. That should be clear. We don't have to make it up. It could be proven by anybody out there. You see, so now let's black this up. So when you look at the 8th crown, now that statue was found in Canaan, in today the nation of what they call Israel to the left. When you see it says El, that statue was found in Canaan. Okay, so we know that, and so you can see heavily how Egypt influenced that land. The oldest graves that have been found in that land are Egyptian. So just let's be clear about that. So to the right, you see the great god Osiris, the Christ of ancient Egypt, the resurrected Christ of ancient Egypt. We'll go into that at a different time. We're just going to show and prove the influence, the direct and indirect influence on what they call Christmas, which they call Noel. And El in the Egyptian I don't want to say pantheon, but the family of Egyptian deities, his headdress is the headdress of the great god Asa. Okay, but he wore more than just the 8th crown. Matter of fact, let me get, this is another one to show you that there are multiple statues that showing with the 8th crown. Okay, multiple. So we don't just show up with one. We show up with many. Yeah, we show up with many. So we don't want nobody to be confused and say, "Oh, these niggas." No, we show you many to black it up. But also they showing with the crown of Upper Egypt. Now that's very profound for all the family out there. I'm dropping jewels, so make sure, because I just dropped the jewel about the zoo types. Look it up. Coming from the south, look it up. All of them coming from the south, look it up. So when they get to talking about that the Egyptians was anything other than African, ask what did they bring with them? If a people come from somewhere else, they're gonna bring their own zoo types. They're gonna bring their own deities. They're gonna bring a lot of cultural icons that come from the area in which they originate. Ask them what did they bring with them, because this was already there. We didn't need them to bring this because this was already in Africa, had been deified hundreds of thousands of years before they even came in. So when you talk about the crowns of Upper Egypt, the premier crown was the crown of Upper Egypt. As you see, also was the crown of the great god Asa. Also, the great god Amen, I believe Aman, also wore that crown. It was the crown of Upper Egypt. So to the left, you see the god El. You see the god El also wearing the crown of Upper Egypt. That's very significant. You see, so when we talk about this El, we talking about this Noel, which they call Christmas. We see that the god El is a personification of not just Osiris, but the Pharaoh himself. The Pharaoh himself. Now, we also got this particular statue of El. You see him right there coming out of Canaan. And you see again, he got on the crown of Upper Egypt. That's very significant. So that even show you that even in Canaan, which was past Lower Egypt, you see that they understood, even that far north, they understood the preeminence of the southern Egyptians as the core, coming out of the south, as the core of the Nile Valley culture. They understood that. They were not confused about that. Okay? And so we see here. Now, the crazy thing about it, that this God El is also, it can also be spelled. Let me do this for you. It could also be spelled Al, okay, A-L, because the vowels are interchangeable. Okay, the vowels are interchangeable. So it could be E-L, it could be A-L, it could be I-L. You see, it could be I-L. Let me duplicate that. It could be I-L. Allah, Elah, you see, Elah, 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 Allah, all rooted in that same understanding of El. You see, now what's even crazier when you talk about the Santa Nalia, which is Elia also, the Saturnalia or Saturnalia or Saturnalia. You see, so the E and the A are interchangeable. And in the Roman pantheon, Saturn is El. Okay? So that's just letting you know. He's the supreme. Now, it says that Saturn ruled through the golden age. See? And when they speak of golden age, they're talking about the rule of the Cushites, the Nubians, the Egyptians. That is the golden age, the age that existed before Greece and Rome. You see, and so when they say the golden age, they're talking about Nubia. You see, they're talking about when the Cushites ruled the planet. Okay, so you got to understand that. So and even when you say you see, you got the Saturnalia, but also to show you that they got satellites. And when you got satellites, you will see that Saturn and El again is in the same word. Satellites. Sat, tel, El, Saturn, and El, satellites, which is high, highest in the highest realms of heaven. You see a satellite in the heavens. So so when you say elevate, you say elite, you talking about the highest ranks of heaven, the highest levels of heaven when you speak about that. So you see Saturn and El is also, but getting back to the fact that Christmas is also Saturnalia. You see, and so is that Noel the fact that it's also Saturnalia? You see, all breaking down the origins. You see, rooted in El, all breaking down the root, the etymological root in the worship of the god El. So right there it says Genesis 33:20. El, the God of Israel. Okay, and they also say Elohim. Elohim, which is also Elohim. Y'all got to wake up out there, man. The him is also, understand, once you understand that the vowels is interchangeable, they'll play with you. Because if you learn that ham is calm, meaning black, and you say Elohim, you gonna understand that you understand the black gods of creation, the black gods of creation. That's the Elohim, which is Elohim. When you say, now listen to me, Beth, Lee, but they're gonna say Bethlehem, or but which is really Bethlehem, which is rooted in black, the house of the black gods. And in Bethlehem is where Emmanuel was supposedly born. You see, that's where, and it says, what does it say? It says, out of Egypt, I have called my son. You know, from as above, so below, as below, so above. So when it says, out of Egypt, I have called my son, see, you understand that Ham was interchangeable with Egypt in the Bible. Egypt was referred to as the land of Ham, and Ham means black. You see, but from the cosmological understanding, it means the primordial blackness of creation, cosmic melanin. That's what it means. So, yeah. And so, understandably, when it says out of Egypt, or better yet, out of Ham, out of blackness, I have called my son. But that's so above, so above, so below, so below, so above. So Ham is a nation, and the son was supposedly Emmanuel, who they called Jesus. This is metaphorical. So out of Egypt, because he hid in Egypt, and then when it was safe for him to come back out, you see, and he was 12 years old when he taught. See, you ain't understand that 12. He was 12 years old when he taught, which is symbolic of the 12 houses of the zodiac. So you got to understand, you got two metaphorical stories side by side. You got the cosmological and you got the anthropomorphic. You got the anthropomorphic, you see, and then you got the zoomorphic, because he's called the Lion of Judah. Okay, and you got the zoomorphic where he's called the Lion of Judah, and we'll break that down. We only got so much time. So when you understand that out of Ham I have called my son, okay, which is Egypt, out of blackness, understanding that Egypt was a black nation, and there's no way that he could have been anything other than black if he was going to hide in Egypt. So it says he was born in Bethlehem. That's where he was born. He was born in the house of the black God. That's what it said, Bethlehem. Look it up, Beth, house, Lee, of, and Ham, black. Okay, we understand that. Don't let them play with them vowels. Don't let them play. You got their ass. Okay, him, H-E-M, H-I-M. You see, Elohim, Elohim. Okay, understand that. And so now I'm gonna end with this one, the cosmological, and I'm gonna move on because we got more fire tonight. It says, out of Egypt I have called my son, or out of Ham I have called my son. Now, Ham being blackness, and you understand the S-O-N is the S-U-N. We just went over the fact that On in the Bible is the city of the sun. Look it up. Heliopolis. So On, Aton, at 10, you see Aten, Aton. Aman, you see O-N. You see they can say Amen, A-M-E-N, or they can say Aman, A-M-O-N. The sun, that's what it's symbolic of. So the S-O-N is the anthropomorphic son of the sun. He's the son of the sun. He's the Sarah. Okay, but out of blackness I have called my son. From the cosmological sense, it's saying that the blackness is the womb of the cosmos, the womb of creation. And out of blackness, the womb of creation, I have called my S-U-N. Right? Right? So in that sense, that's the birth of the sun right there. There's the birth of the sun. Look it up. God damn it, do your research. Take your time. I know they ain't going to tell you this. And they're going to tell you everything other than this. But God damn it, I can back it up. I don't give a goddamn. We don't need no chromatic. They hurt. They hurt. And we're going to continue to hurt them with this goddamn truth. So there's your that's just one gate into that. That's not all the gates. That's not all the gates. That's one gate that I could show you how ancient Egypt influenced what today they call Christmas. All right? Okay? Let's work on that, family. All right, family, we be right back. This is General Sarah Soon said he's saying, hey, what did I say? What you have? Watch the movie. I ain't watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. Leave the World Behind. Everybody been telling me to watch it, and I've been doing so much shit. I've been meaning. I seen people been talking. Don't even tell me about it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow, and I'll give y'all what I think. I know a lot of people didn't already. They didn't already got their interpretation of it, you see. But we'll drop down. We're gonna drop down on, and I'm gonna tell you another thing and I just looked at my notes, when we talk about the L, you see, and we're gonna see where I can show you that it's solar too. And so it might be some aspects of that L that is Osiris, because when you talk about the resurrection, you're talking about the resurrection of the sun. Every day the sun resurrect, but you say Helios, you see, or hail. See, people don't talk about that. That really the reality is that hail that they talking about, it ain't under the ground. It's right there in that sky too. That's the hail, because they call Helios, the Greek god, the god of the sun, is also the root of hail. And in hail and in Helios, you have the god El, okay? El. And then when you talk about the two serpents, the helix of the Badeti, sun, this is also symbolic of Ra. So you got Osiris and you got Ra there, you see? So yes, we'll get back on it though. We ain't going nowhere. This is General Sabra Soon said, he's saying, hey, Black Power is coming up soon. Yeah, it's coming up soon. Thank you, family. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.